Hello guys, welcome to Ramta Solutions. In today's video, we're going to show you when and how to use sine rule, cosine rule, and the area rule. For all these rules, we are going to use triangle ABC. Because we're beginning with sine rule, let's remind you what it is. Sine rule has the form sine angle A over the side opposite angle A. Here it is BC, which we represented as A, is equal to sine angle B over the side opposite it. Here, what side is that? AC. It's represented by a small letter B. Then sine angle C over the side opposite it. Angle C is this one here. The side opposite angle C is AB. It's represented by letter small caps C, right? So when do we use sine rule? When do we use sine rule? So we use sine rule, let's say this, use when you have, we have to be careful, okay? Use when we have, I'm gonna change the colors. When you have, let's say, this guy here, and this guy here, this guy here, and then required to find this guy here. Or, let me just, because I'm using different colors, I'm gonna say use when you have a side and its opposite side, rather, and its opposite angle, okay? And its opposite angle, right? And its opposite angle, and given another side, but required to find its opposite angle, okay? But required to find its opposite angle, okay? But required to find its opposite angle. We can now change tense and say, let's say you have a side, its opposite angle, an angle, but also required to find its opposite side. So I'm just going to do this. Let me just change a bit. When you're given a side and its opposite side and given another, I'm just going to add this, another angle, but required to find its opposite side. Okay, these are the conditions that you will use sine rule. I repeat, when you have a side and its opposite angle, and given another side but required to find its opposite angle, you use sine rule. Okay, use sine rule. I think my mistake here, because I said one is unknown. Thank you. So here, you see, the side is unknown, right? So when you're given a side and its opposite angle and given another side, the question will be determine the side that is opposite whatever, the angle that is opposite whatever side that you are given. If you are given a side and its opposite angle, then giving another angle, when the question asks you to find a side that is opposite that other angle, this is when you use sine rule. Okay, this is when you use sine rule. I want you guys to remember this. Now, looking at these guys here, you don't have to always have sine A over small caps A equals sine B over small caps B. Even if you say this part equals this part, it still works. Remember, there's equality here. So one equal to another does not matter. Okay. All right. Okay, so this is sine rule, and this is how you use the sine rule. Now, let's go to the cosine rule. As a reminder, cosine rule has the form, for example, a square, I should use a squared equals b squared plus c squared minus b, minus 2bc cos angle A. So how do we use this equation or this formula? How do we use it? This one we use when we have, so this one you use when you have, let's see, when you have option one, when you have, for example, two sides and an included angle. Okay, this is two sides and an included angle. What does that mean? That means the angle is not opposite one of the sides. Two sides and an included angle. Okay, included angle. Okay, this is one condition. Another condition is when you have all sides. Okay, here I will say all sides given. Okay, when you have all sides given. Okay, so let me explain this once again. So when you use cosine rule, you can only use it when you have two sides and an included angle. For example, let's say you have this side here and this side here. The angle that should be given for you to say use cosine rule should not be angle B or angle C, but should be this guy here, angle A. Then this question will want you to find side BC represented by letter A. Okay, this is how you will use your cosine rule. Another way of using cosine rule will be this: when you are given all sides. When you are given all sides, the question can ask you to calculate any or to determine the value of any angle. So this is why we said triple S. Of course, I know you see this with congruency, but I'm not really using it regarding congruence or similarity. Okay? So when you have all sides, you can use cosine rule and you can determine any angle in your triangle. And when you are given two sides and an included angle, you can also use cosine rule. Remember, with two sides and an included angle, we are saying the angle is not opposite the given sides. So of course, when you have this situation, the question will ask you to determine the side opposite the given angle. Okay? Now, lastly, let's look at the sine rule. The sine rule, area rule. Now, looking at the area rule, we will say area of this triangle here. So, area of triangle ABC will be, I know you know that area of a triangle is half base times height. This formula also comes from that. So it'll be, let's say we're using sine A. So it'll be, if you're using angle A, it'll be BC sine angle A. For this one, I think I should also add, it can also be half AC. Since you're using AC, then it means the angle should be angle B, or half AB, the angle should be angle C. So when do we use this one? This one you use when you have, okay, to use when you have two sides and an included angle. All right, when you have two sides and an included angle. Remember, I said, what does this mean? Two sides and an included angle means the given angle is not opposite the sides, right? It's not opposite one of the given sides. Okay, this is when you use area rule. Okay, this is when you use area rule. This is it, guys, and this is how you should be applying it in any question of trigonometry, especially 2D and even 3D, right? Oh yeah. Bye bye.